Yo, what's up, guys? MPLovesGill.E.Creature, back at it again. So today I just reached 1K subscribers on YouTube, and I made a Q&A. Um, I'm making a Q&A video, and I made like a post of people asking me like questions, and like I'm gonna be answering them in this video as composed to making like a community post instead of it, because I felt like it. And I know this is normally based on um um not the kind of normal stuff that I would be posting. Like the only times I rather record like shorts is like, those Mighty Monster Wheelies book book reading videos I did on all 5 books when I got them for my birthday, or my puppet showcase of the characters I made of Mighty Monster Wheelies. Which, if you haven't seen them, go check them out because I highly recommend it. Since I am obsessed with Mighty Monster Wheelies, as you could probably tell, like Yo Gabba Gabba, Yo Gabba Gabba Land, and Mighty Monster Wheelies are all my number one favorite shows. Anyways, like before I start reading your guys' questions. I know I'm wearing a rainbow butterfly unicorn kitty mask. I This is the only mask I had that covered up my entire face. And yeah, I know I have one of those, those masks you see like a surgeon wearing or something like that. But this is what I had to work with. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, let's get to answering some questions. Alright. Let's see. Hillary James Lyle asks, thoughts on the game Disney Dreamlight Valley? It's a good game. Like, I think it's an interesting game. Like, have I played it myself? Sadly, no, because I do not own a Nintendo Switch. Would I want to play it? Yeah, it does look like a good game, because if you know me, WALL-E is my favorite movie. Like, I love WALL-E. It's a really great movie. Like, I don't care how many times I've seen that movie at this point. It's genuinely really good. Like, Wally and Eve are a cute couple, and I find these songs interesting, like, especially, like, Define Dancing or Down to Earth. So, yeah, I like Dean Dreamlight Valley. Okay, let's see what's next. A random user asks, favorite episode of Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel? Okay, so, for Hell of a Boss, it has to be Queen Bee. Because of that Cotton Candy song, Cotton Candy. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. As for, Has Been Hotel, it has to be Scream Rain because of those songs like Losing Streak and, Easy. Yeah, you know the ones I'm talking about, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's see what we got. Alright. Sod asks, what's your opinion on my 2OC characters that I just made recently? They're pretty good. They're pretty good. You actually did a really amazing job on them. Like, so yeah, you did a good job. Good job. I like that. All right, let's see what else we got. Um, Riley Cutie asks, do you have a favorite Yo Gabba Gabba song? Yes, I do actually. If I were to pick my favorite Yo Gabba Gabba song, even though granted a lot of them are really good, it would have to be Things Inside Your Body from the episode Imagine, Season 1, Episode 20. Because if you know me, I'm a bit of an anatomy expert when it comes to, like, all this, like, both inside and outside of the body, stuff. Like, I genuinely enjoy it. Like, it's a really awesome song, and if it probably would be perfect if, like, there was, like, an anatomy class. Okay, let me see. Pico Backup Channel asks, what's your favorite Yo Gabba Gabba episode? Oh my god, this is an interesting question. I like all 66 episodes of the original Yo Gabba Gabba, and I like all currently 20 episodes of Yo Gabba Gabba Land, the revival. But if I were to pick my favorite from both of these, for the original, I'm gonna say, if I were to pick my favorite, I would say Nature, because it centers around Tootie, my favorite Yo Gabba Gabba character. And as for like as for like Yo Gabba Gabba Land, it would probably either be a tie between Water and Silly, and then for season 2 of the show, it would probably be Body and Try, because they're pretty interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie though, but when I first saw Body, I don't know why, but I thought it was gonna be one of those like Fantastic Voyage episodes, like, you know, the ones I'm talking about, like the episodes where like a character shrinks down and goes inside of another character's body. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like, there are a lot of shows I like that did that. Okay, let me take a look. What's your favorite of Mighty Monster Wheelies that you watch a lot? Are we talking like episodes or something? If we're talking episodes, I'm gonna say like, okay, so if we're gonna talk about episodes, oh my god, so my favorite episode of Mighty Monster Wheelies, hands down, will always be Let's Get Kraken, because, well, for starters, it's a really awesome episode, and secondly, it centers around my favorite Mighty Monster Wheelies character, Gill.E.Creature. Oh my god, there's, I absolutely, I mean, it's no surprise that I love Gilly. I just love how adorable she is, and I absolutely love her personality. Sandra Sod did an awesome job voicing her, by the way. And then we're gonna get to the final question. This is probably gonna be a good one. Alright, let's see. Pressy, the YouTuber 2K7 asks, okay, here's my question. How did you get into Mighty Monster Wheelies? Oh my god. This is going to be a really awesome story. Okay, so here's to answer your question. Okay, so back on March 16th this year, I was like scrolling around my DeviantArt, which, if you don't know, my DeviantArt is MP the Zeg Fan 21. So apparently there's this user I'm friends with called Sydney Burke, or Wolfstar, and she would post these pictures of Gilly. Keep in mind, I didn't know what Mighty Monster Wheelies was back at the time, and I was like, huh, what's this like fish looking thing? And then I looked up, I used Google Lens to ask what this was, and then it said her name was Gill.E.Creature, and so I checked out, I asked what gender the character was, and it said that Gilly is a girl, and I'm like, that's cool. So then I decided to look up the voice actress. It said it was voiced by Sandra Sod. I'm like, that's interesting. So I watched a clip on YouTube. The clip I watched was called Gilly's Kraken Rescue, but for whatever reason, Gilly's name is spelled with a Y instead of an E for whatever reason in the title, for whatever reason, but that's not the point. Anyways, so I watched the clip and I'm like, this is a good show. I like this. And then I watched the full episode of Let's Get Kraken, and then I was like, I am in absolute love with this show. Mighty Monster Wheelies is my favorite Netflix show, hands down. I'm sorry, Gabby's Dollhouse, but you have been dethroned. Ever since I got into Mighty Monster Wheelies, I have been really obsessed with the show. Like the whole thing about Mighty Monster Wheelies is it's the universal horror monsters, like Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon, as rescue vehicles, and it's really awesome. And Bolt Frankenstein, the firefighter, Axel Bride, the mechanic, one of the two girls on the team, Sonny Dracula, the non-binary character, although I've seen people call Sonny a boy, so yeah, he's air control or something. Sweeps, Wolfman, he's basically the garbage man and street sweeper. Rap Stretcher, the paramedic Mummy, who tends to get scared easily, and Gill.E.Creature, she's she's a lifeguard, and she she's the only one that's capable of breathing underwater and stuff. And also a fun fact, if anyone doesn't know, in the original Creature from the Black Lagoon, it was a male, but here Gilly is a female. And also, there's Weird Al Yankovic as Mayor Van Helsing, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe they got Weird Al Yankovic. That's pretty crazy, right? And then they got Briggs, his assistant. There's also two villains. There's Phantom Freeze, based on the Phantom of the Opera, which the Phantom of the Opera was originally a male, and then the Invisible Van, voiced by Sean Astin, who you may remember as the voice of Chester in Bunnicula. Crazy, right? And so, yeah, that's all the questions. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for 1K subscribers, and bye!